Welcome to St. Paul's Concert Series here at St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Walnut Creek. I'm Deborah Webster, and I'll be your MC for the evening. And we're so glad to be here with you at home, even though we're remote, because we have this wonderful program to bring to you this evening. Before we start, I hope you've had a chance to print out your programs, because I wanted to announce that there's a brief intermission before the last piece, the Brahms Sonata piece. If you haven't had a chance to print out your program, there's a link on the ticket email, or you can also go to our website and find the link there. It's at stpaulswc.org/concert-series. Should I say that again? stpaulswc.org/concert-series. And you'll see the program and a little bit of information about our wonderful group that's performing tonight. Okay, also keep in mind, as you're listening to the program, that we will have a chance for you to meet our performers after the performance in a question and answer session. So, if you think of something, just jot it down and then bring it back up at the end of the performance. All right, without further delay, I would like to introduce to you the director of Ensemble Ari, Jean An.
Hello, my name is Jean An, director of Ensemble Ari. I'm so thankful to meet you all tonight. Ensemble Ari is a piano quartet in the Bay Area, but this year we have planned a couple of duo concerts throughout the year, and this is our first concert tonight. Having a duo concert gave us new opportunities to share music that we haven't shared before, which is like Beethoven Sonata, Brahms Sonata, the pieces that we're playing tonight. Beethoven Sonata, you'll hear tonight, is composed in 1802, and that was the time that Beethoven actually knew, that was the darkest time of his times, because he knew that he was being deaf, and he actually disclosed to his brothers, writing that he even tried to commit suicide. So it was really during that dark years that he wrote this piece. But despite that, it is such a cheerful piece. It has more of his classical side rather than his romantic side, and the melodies are all mostly built around triads. The triad, when I say triad, it's built on chords. So, Sharon, you want to play a triad? Yes, like a chord. So it has this brightness in the nature, except for the second movement. When the slow movement starts in the second movement, it's still triadic, but it has this deep, dark sorrow. Still, it's suppressed. He's still reserved, but you can hear this subtle darkness in the second movement. The last piece in the program, I'll talk now because that's another duo they're going to play after their solos. It's Brahms Sonata. Unlike Beethoven, this piece is dramatic and it's romantic to the fullest. The melody itself already has lots of tension. It's chromatic. Sharon, you want to play some like E flat D, that kind of chromaticism? So those kind of half-stepped chromaticism built in the melody of Brahms. So you'll constantly hear the melody being very beautiful, but at the same time, you hear the strife and like the agony. So it's an agitato type of piece throughout. It has 4 movements, so fast, slow. Then the third movement is like using the bare minimum and working thoroughly through that little motive. And then it ends with a grand presto movement. Both of these pieces, the interesting thing about those pieces are the collaboration between the violin and the piano. Unlike one being the soloist and one being accompaniments, they're constantly asking questions to each other and doing the dialogue, so you'll have fun listening to their roles. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Niccolo Paganini is considered to be one of the greatest violinists of all time. His brilliant technical ability led many people to think that his mother sold his soul to devil in return for a career as a greatest virtuoso in the world. Tonight, I'm going to play his one of his 24 caprices for solo violin. I'm going to play number 24. It has a theme followed by variations, and it ends with a finale. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Sharon, pianist of Ensemble Ari. I wanted to share a few words about Florence Price. I actually just recently discovered this piece, and I'm just so honored to play, and I'm thankful to St. Paul's. Thank you, Deb, and her staff for setting this all up. We're so grateful to make music, live music. Florence Price was not only an African-American pianist and composer, but she was the first female African-American composer to gain national status. She was born in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1887 and died in 1953 in Chicago. She was kind of a rock star. She graduated as high school valedictorian at age 14, and then right after that went to NEC, New England Conservatory, my alma mater, and was one of very few to receive a double major in piano and organ. After that, she started teaching more and performed a lot. But she was the first Black female composer to have a symphony performed by a major American orchestra in 1933. Price has a huge collection of piano works that she wrote. This piece, Piano Fantasie Negre, number 4 in B minor, is the last of her solo piano works. This was first composed in 1932, but she made 3 different versions. All of them she kept, all very amazing. She didn't reject any of them, but she didn't publish this piece. Interesting enough. As I got to know this piece in a short time, I really loved how she juxtaposed Black idioms like folk songs, spirituals, and blues kind of sounds with those of traditional European piano fantasies. Between these heartfelt and reflective themes, she places cadenza-like rhapsodic fantasies similar to that of the Romantic era. It's really fun to play, but also so deeply emotional.
This is just magnificent. And I know everyone at home is also joining in and clapping and everything. I know you can't hear them, but know they're there, everybody. So we're going to take a very brief intermission. And so allow me to talk a little bit about our concert series, and thank you for being here. You are what makes this happen, and as well as our wonderful performers. And so I thank everybody for joining in this evening. All right, now don't go far away because I don't want you to miss anything. Because right now I'd like to tell you what other performances we have coming up. Even though we're in the midst of COVID-19, we still are bringing you music, and we're doing the best we can. We may not be able to get something every single month, but we're doing as many as we possibly can. And so what we have lined up for you for the rest of this season is on April 17th, we are going to have the Konovitz Quartet perform remotely from St. Petersburg. So that will be a wonderful performance. And if you didn't catch them last time they were in town here, you're in for a treat. Even if you did catch them, you're in for a treat. In May 29th, we have a guitar duo, Austin and Owens, and they will be bringing a mixture of classical and jazz guitar. So that's going to be a wonderful performance as well. In June 19th, we have a classical pianist, Natsuki Fukasawa, from UOP in Stockton. And so again, we're really looking forward to these lineups. And I hope you are as well, and stay with us as we bring music to you remotely, all right? And also, thank you so much for all of your support. You know, both being here, joining us for these performances, as well as your donations and your contributions, they keep us going, and they keep the music happening, both for our performers as well as for our venue here, for our concert series. So thank you so much for all of your contributions. And we will just keep bringing music as long as we possibly can. And with that, I'd like to invite Ensemble Ari back up. Sharon? might have guessed, we have a couple of people here. Actually, I'd like to thank the folks behind the curtain, right? Behind the cameras, Tom Chang and Jim Ward, who work effortlessly, well, or put lots of effort and lots of time on producing these concerts, and so we thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much to Ensemble Ari, Heeguen Song and Sharon Lee Kim, and I'm going to bring them back up here because we are going to have our little question and answer session. This is your chance to meet our performers. You know, if you were here in person, we would of course invite you to come and chat with them in the back, and so this is our chance to get to know them. If there's any students out there, this is your chance to talk with these performers who also are teachers, right? Our faculty members as well on some of our known universities in the area. So I'd like to invite you all back up, and for audience, this is your time to look in that YouTube chat session and type in any questions you have for our performers here, and I will watch for them. And while I'm looking everybody up here, I'd love to introduce or ask Sharon and Heeguen to do just a brief introduction, just to say, here's who I am, and I'd just like to do that if you don't mind. Just introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Heeguen Song. Oh, hi, I'm Heeguen Song. I don't know what should I play the violin. I'm a member of Ensemble Ari, a wonderful group, and I also play with the San Francisco Ballet Orchestra, and I do some teaching privately. I have 2 kids, little kids, and husband. We live in Albany. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Sharon Lee Kim, pianist of Ensemble Ari. I'm a freelance pianist collaborating with some awesome musicians around town, around the Bay Area, and also I'm on faculty as adjunct associate professor of St. Mary's College. I teach with Dr. Julie Ford, and we teach the choirs, and I teach some piano classes, some chamber music. It's a lot of fun. The students are wonderful. And then I maintain a private studio of a lot of students. And then the best part is I have a husband and 3 girls at home. 3 girls, 13, 12, and 4. They keep me on my toes, and there's not a dull moment. That's my life.
And I have a question for Jean On, who is the director of Ensemble Ari. I'd like Jean to explain a little bit about Ensemble Ari and when they got together, and a little bit about just the personality and what you do.
Okay. So Ensemble Ari was formed in 2014. We started, Sharon and I knew each other, and then we knew each other, and then it was really organically restarted. And our first concert was celebrating Korean Memorial at Presidio, San Francisco, and then that was the beginning, and we started to be invited to these, we've played here before 2 years ago, and we've been playing in different kind of venues such as UC Davis, UC Berkeley, or Old First Church, or in different series. We have been fortunate, and we've been grateful to be invited to many places. What we really want is, our mission is to bridge different cultures and different audiences. So we do a lot of collaboration, and obviously right now we're being a very small group today, but we usually collaborate. We've been collaborating with different choirs, different ethnic groups, and we've been doing with early music musicians, and we always give audience something new, and that's our motto. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. All right, for some questions coming in. One question, and you'll all decide who wants to answer these, okay? Or all 3 if you want. Okay, so from Pete Smith, do you get the performance adrenaline while performing in a studio like this? Is it similar to performing in front of a live audience?
It's a very different experience to play. There were 6 people in total in this place today. But I've never done a live streaming concert before, so it's something new for me. And I know that a lot of people are watching at home, so I think it was really exciting to play like a concert with full of people. So, yeah.
Thank you, Heeguen. And here's a question actually I'll ask for each of you, including Jean, because Jean is also a performer. How long have each of you been playing, and do you come from musical families? Thank you, Laura, for the question.
Okay. There's no musician in my family, so it's really interesting that I got to play the violin. My mom, she said she wanted to learn the violin, but she couldn't, so she had me take lessons when I was young. What was the question? Was it?
How long have you been
Oh,
playing?
yeah. I recently saw a photo of me playing violin, and it was when I was 5 years old. So I'm assuming I started at 5 or even before. So it's been a long time.
The question was how long? Sorry, my brain is dead.
And a family of musicians.
Oh, yes. I actually was a late bloomer, and I didn't study until 6 or 7, which is late considering the stereotypical Asian American who starts at age 3 or age 4. I was a late bloomer. I had a non-traditional, study with different teachers, but I appreciate it a lot. I'm here now performing as a professional pianist. And I will say that I'm the only professional pianist in my family. However, my mother loves to sing, and she's been singing in choirs since I can remember in church. And then my older sister was very, very talented at clarinet and kind of gave that up for some reason, probably collecting dust somewhere in her closet. But my sister was a clarinetist, and my younger sister and brother also studied some music but didn't pursue that.
I'm actually a composer, so I would say I started composing, I can't even remember, maybe like 4 or 5. I was very young. And my mother was a pianist, although she said she was forced to play piano, so she didn't really force me to be a musician, but maybe there was some musical gene in me. Yeah.
All right. Okay. There's a question. How long did it take you to learn the Paganini Caprice number 24?
Okay, so this piece I learned when I was in college, so it's been a while. And I remember it being so difficult to play. And for the pandemic, I had more time to practice. So I wanted to try this piece again, and let's learn it again. I started beginning of January, so it's been less than 2 months. But I kind of knew it because I had played it before, so it was a little easier to learn it again. Yeah.
Thank you. I was going to ask the same question about the Florence Price piece for Sharon.
This is a funny story. So with COVID, we learned that mail takes a lot longer. I ordered the music online in December, and I frantically emailed Jean saying, my music's not here, and it's January. We have a concert in February. What do we do? I emailed the music company, and I said, I have a concert. My music's not here yet. And he said, I apologize. This is just the way things are with COVID and with the holidays. So I just crossed my fingers, and I said, worst case scenario, I won't play a solo. But I'm glad it arrived. It arrived mid-January, and I learned it fast. I did a lot of listening, and I love the piece. I really love Florence Price, and I hope that every pianist out there learns some Florence Price music. She wrote a lot of piano works, and I picked this one out of the different solos she wrote because I felt like it had a lot of emotion, and I wanted to show and feel the music. And I loved how she, like I said earlier, how she mixed in, it was so clear how she mixed in European fantasies with the soul and the heart of spirituals.
And it was absolutely lovely. One more question for the group. Do you all have a favorite piece that the ensemble, it's like a signature piece that the ensemble likes, or maybe a few? Tell us some of your favorites.
Should I? Sure. I'm totally biased because it's a piece that I arranged. It's my favorite piece by Ensemble Ari is Stravinsky Petrushka that I arranged for our ensemble. So there's no version of Stravinsky Petrushka in this special ensemble format, but it is very tight and it's about 20 minutes short. And then, yeah, so I really liked the rendition of how we did with the Stravinsky.
Thank you. And a question for the group. Do you have published music, any kind of recordings that you can direct our audience to?
Well, if you just search on YouTube, Ensemble Ari, you'll find one of our videos, or many of our videos.
Yeah.
Many, there's a lot. You can also check out Jean On's website, where she lists some of the recordings there, but we don't have anything published.
We have a Facebook page.
Oh, we do have a Facebook page, yes, that too. So you can follow us and you can like us.
All right, and I have one more question. There are many challenges as well as opportunities in the virtual concerts. What have you learned so far? Anything to share with us?
Well, okay, I guess I'm the spokesperson here. I just wanted to say it takes a village, and this village right here you cannot see. Nothing is possible without technology, so this wouldn't have been able to happen without all this equipment, internet, Wi-Fi, and I am not techie, so my goodness, they get all of the props today because, I mean, the way
What
they...
time did they come? You should mention that.
Oh, they came at 3 o'clock, whereas we kind of waltzed in later. But what did I learn? The first time I did a live stream concert, I realized it does feel very funny to play to an empty room and you don't get to hear your applause. But you know what's really wonderful is that, and maybe not so wonderful sometimes, is that it's always there. If it's on YouTube, it's always there. And so you can hear it again and again and again, or you can hear it again. But either way, it's recorded. And I think that's wonderful because I think in the past, some of our concerts, a lot of my concerts were not recorded. So it's a distant memory, but now it's recorded. So that's wonderful. And again, thank you to our tech team. Yay. Yay.
Okay, I'm going to give our audience just one more minute to send in any last questions. Otherwise, I'll just stand here and babble for 5 minutes. No, I will not, I promise you. So, okay, well, again, I just can't thank the group enough. It was an absolutely wonderful performance, bravo. And we hope to have them back many times in the future. All right. And thank you again for joining us from home. This is a treat for us, knowing that you're out there, and we look forward to seeing you back in April. So with that, please be safe, be happy, and good night from St. Paul's Concert Series.